Okay, as I'm looking over some of your homework, I realize that some of you either, I'm not sure what happened to your example, but you are turning in division that is not what we talked about. So we're going to use the Super 7, which is also called partial quotient. Super 7 is just a strategy to write down your partial quotients. So this is the one that we did in class, and I asked you to copy it down and put in your notes, but I'm going to go over it just in case. So we've got 2,000, let me make sure it's coming out. 825 divided by 5. Okay, and we're going to write in our Super 7. So we've got 2,825. And we're going to write this down right here. And let's see, and we're going to divide it by 5. So we're going to figure out how many groups of 5 can be found in this 2,825. How many groups of 5 can we find in there? And we can do it any way we want, but I've already told you that in my head, I like my 5s, I like my 10s, I like my 100s, and I like my 1000s. Okay, so those are the way I think. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I can't take out 1,000, but I can definitely take out a group of 100. So I'm going to take out 100 groups of 5, and 100 times 5 is 500. So I'm going to do my subtraction. I've got 5, 2, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 is 3. So now I've got 2,325. Well, I could take another 100 out, and that's another 500. And so I'm going to take that out. I've got a 5, a 2, and I'm going to have to borrow, so that's an 8. And again, I've got my 1,000 right there. So I've got 1,825. Well, 100 would be good, but look at, if 100 is 500, then 200 would probably be 1,000. So I'm going to take 200 times 5. So I bring my zeros over here, right there. Choom, choom. Then 5 times 10 is 10. So I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to subtract, and I've got this 8. So I've got down to 825. So now I've got to figure out how many 5s fit in there. Well, I know 100 5s fit in there. So I'm going to take another 100 times 5, which is 500. I'm going to subtract that, and I've got 25, and I've got 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 325. Well, I can't take out another, but I could take out 10 is too small. It's only 50. Let's try 20. I'm going to take 20 5s out. So 20 times 5, again, put my 0 there. 5 times 2 is 10. So that's 100. Yay! So now I've got 25, and I've got 225. Well, let's see. If 20 is 100, that means 40 must be 200. So 5 times 0. And let me push this up here. That means 5 times 0. Well, we've got that placeholder. We'll put this there. So 5 times 4 is 20. And I've just taken away 200. And I'm down left with 25. So I know my times tables. And I know that 5 times 5 is 25. And I've got 0 left over. And that's what we're trying to get to, 0 or a number smaller than that 5. And I've reached my goal. Okay, I've reached my goal. Let me see if I can open this up a little bit. So I've reached my goal. Whoops, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, so I've reached my goal. And so now I have to figure out how many groups of 5 I took out. Well, I've got 100 plus 100 is 200 plus 200 is 400, 400, 500. So right up to here, I have taken out 500 groups of 5. And then here I've got a 20, and I've got a 40, so that's 60, and that 5. So I've got 65 other groups of 5 I've taken out. So that means I have taken out 565 groups of 5. So 565 groups of 5 from 2,825. So now I think, is that right? So I'm going to do the algorithm way, and I'm just going to do 565 times 5. All right, because I've been practicing my algorithm. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. And then 5 times 5 is 25, 26, 27, 28. So 2,825, and these numbers match. So I know I did it correctly. There's 565 groups of 5 I've taken out. 565. I write it right over in the placeholder, right with the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. And I could have taken out, gosh, I could have just jumped to 500, taken 500 fives out, but it's all how you want to. I've seen people take the 7 really long and just take 10, 10, 10. So they're taking 50 away, 50 away, 50 away, whatever works for you. But this is the partial quotient. Partial quotient. And this is a super 7 that we're using. Just a way to organize it, okay? So I hope that helps. This is my second time trying it because I did it backwards last time. Anyway, you guys, I hope this helps, and I will see you on Thursday.